Welcome back to Real Estate Investing Made Simple. Grant Cardone here in the Cardone Zone. Every Monday, I come to you to talk about what I believe is the most important thing that you can do in your life after you earn income is to invest it so that you can earn more passive income than your earned income, okay? Today, what I want to talk to you about today is how would you earn $1,000 a month $1,000 a month without working for it? How would you earn $1,000 a month? And this is a great goal, okay? Now, there's a formula because all of you ask, calling up saying, hey, dude, what do I got to do to earn $1,000 a month? A lot of people ask this question. What do I got to do to earn $5,000 a month? How much money do I need to put in Cardone Capital? Or how much money do I need to put in my own deal? Whatever the case is, to earn $1,000. How many times do we get this call a day? Hey, I want $500 a month. How much do I need to put in? I want $1,000 a month. Steve Spray, I was just using the restroom on the way to the show today. I said, Steve, what did I pay you last month? Steve was paid $3,120 last month because he invested at CardoneCapital.com. 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 Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you, I'm just going to go behind the scenes and show you guys exactly what we do at Cardone Capital. And then I'm going to bring you to a place where you can see, this is a list of our investors.
Here's actually a big list. That's no names.
Yeah.
But that was a list of the individuals, like how much they invested and how much their distribution was for last
Okay,
month.
so this is a list of the thousands of people that invest money with me, front and back, and what they were distributed last month, okay? So here's a gentleman that earned $375. One Step Properties, $469. 7 Degrees North. They created an LLC, by the way. They got their name off of the title, the deed, the property. See, some of you right now, you're not planning on what you're going to leave your kids. Right? When my dad died, I got a ring from it. Okay? When I die, my kids are going to get LLCs, partnerships, deeds, and titles. And they're going to get checks. No, the check's going to go away. The jet's going to go away. They're going to get things that are valuable, not things that take fuel, things that provide fuel, okay? A couple questions I want to ask you. If you're watching YouTube right now, if you're on YouTube, I want to know, what would you do with an extra $1,000 a month that you didn't have to work for? What would you do with $5,000 a month? I want the answer to those two questions. What would you do with $1,000? What would you do with $5,000 a month?
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah, what would you do, Brian? What'd you earn last month, by the way?
$4,450, so almost $4,500.
$4,450.
Yeah, and I've got $1.2 million in.
Okay, so let me just do the math on that.
It's actually 1.1 in.
$4,450. That's in 1 month. 1 month. He should get that check every month, by the way. Times 12. So I'm gonna multiply times 12, and assume that he continues to get it. I can't promise that. Nobody knows what's going to happen next month, but the assumption would be he would get at least that next month. And then I'm going to divide that by 1. How much you got invested?
1.1.
Exactly.
It's 1.126.
So he earned last month, if that continues, he earned 4.8% on his $1.1 million, okay? Now, here's the very important thing to learn. You're like, oh, I can do better than that. Really, where? I'd like to know where you can do better than that. By the way, he didn't, what you don't know is this is 3x his original investment. So as you get bigger returns, as you get scores, that's a score. He had a score. He took $400,000, this was $400,000, am I right?
That's correct, yeah.
Put it into a deal with me, turned it into 1.1. He earned a ton of money here, almost 40% a year is how this ended up being. Per year, that is not a mistake. I'm just giving you that he earned 40% a year on that investment. 40% a year, which is, how much is that a month? 4 or 5% a month. 4.5% per month on that first deal. He took that money, he then rolled it into the next deal, 1.1 million, distributed him 4.8%. How much cash? Would you tell me? What was the check?
$4,450.
$4,450. Now, we expect that that'll do that in April, it'll do it in May, it'll do it in June, it'll do it in July, okay? I don't know if it will or not. Hopefully it'll do it in December. Now, there's a more likely chance that those payments are going to actually go up over time, particularly a year or 2 or 3 years from now, because he invested in the property behind me. Aren't you in Delray?
Not yet, no. But
You're
I will
in the
be.
Grandview.
I will be,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So
So
I'm in Gables, Grandview, 458 units in Austin, Texas.
Uh-huh.
And I personally believe that when I invest that $1.1 million in there, I think it's worth $3 million plus. That's the kicker. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, what I want to do with mine, and I want to
what he's
share
telling
it.
you, what he's telling you right now is this, okay? This is what he just said. This is great, the 4450. What are you going to do with the money, by the way?
So I think I'm.
'Cause that's what I wanna know from everybody.
I think I'm gonna get a Porsche.
He's going to go buy a car with it. By the way, nothing wrong with doing that.
I mean, my principal's working for me.
Don't spend your hour earned money,
Yeah.
trading hours for money on a Porsche. I always say this, dude, once you have passive income coming, money that I don't have, this is what Jordan did wrong. He's busting his ass on the phones to make money, and then he goes and spends it on a Porsche.
Yeah.
Bust your ass, take the money, don't spend it on a Porsche, put it in an asset like the one behind me that will pay for your Porsche. This isn't his time now. Huh? Okay, Porsche. Okay, so now the important thing that he said right here, his 1.1 million right here, he said that most of you did not get, because you're like, what would I do with this much money? This is probably worth $3.3 million today. So a lot of you are looking at just the return. You're like, I'm going to go for a 7 or 8%. You're buying garbage. You're buying junk. I'm telling you. I've been doing this for 30 years. I bought junk. And junk is good until the economy collapses, okay? And you don't want rent you don't want properties that rent for $5,000 a month, because when the economy collapses, when things pull back, the people that are paying $5,000 can't pay that either. Okay, you want something in between. You want something moderate. Okay, so let me just read some of these other names here. Here's Aaron. Aaron got 2 checks from it, so he must have invested twice. A non-accredited investor. I paid him last month. This is what my little sheet of paper says. $108.75.
That's how much you paid him out. $108.
$108.70, and he invested twice, so I paid that to him twice.
Okay.
Now, what would you do with that money? What would you guys do if you earned an extra $200 a month? You know what I'd be like, dude, I could start putting $216 a month into a college thing. If you're going to send your kids to college, $216. My kids are 7 years old. If I wanted my kids to go to college, which I don't, $216. How old are they? 7 years old. They'll be going to college in 11 years. 11 years times 12 is what? 141 months times 141. I would have $216 times 141 months. I'd have $30,456. Send them to college one year. Or maybe this grows. Maybe by the time they go to college, I'm selling the deal, and they've gotten their. You got your $216 a month. Aaron got his $216 a month. Doesn't seem like a lot. Give me $216 a month. See what I do with it. What would you do with your money, folks?
Well, it was cool because Frank Kern invested with us. He's a partner with us. He got $456 this month.
Yeah, Frank Kern.
What he said is he's going to go and he's going to buy his nanny a car and pay the monthly payment.
Yeah. Won't be a Porsche.
It-
It's going to be a price.
$108, $375, $188, $1,208 to Adam. Can I say Adam's last name?
Grant, one of the
Maybe I
really cool stats that you did is you sent out
Thank you for answering me.
you sent out 1.23 million in distributions last month.
Okay. Uh-oh, here's a guy.
You should not say his last name.
Here's a guy. No?
No.
Here's a guy that got $375 out of Cardone Equity Fund 5. Guess what his name is?
Robert.
Grant Cardone. Right here, $375. Okay, now there's another deal that's a little older. Audubon. My check last month was $95,000.
Whoa.
This is my list right here, okay? Okay, here's another one. Harbor Portfolio. $244,695. I'm telling you guys that to explain to you, dude, this is where I started right here with $456.
Yep.
Okay, $244,695. Wellington. I bought that deal 5 years ago. $58,645 last month. I'm bragging now. Integra, $108,702. Trellis, $58,000. That property's never even performed that well. Trellis in Savannah, but 10 more times if I could. Heron Point even paid me 10 grand last month. Okay, now, how do you figure this? This is how you figure this. This is what we did last month. Last month we raised $180 million. You're gonna grab this. This is the piece we're gonna grab. We raised $180 million from investors, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, employees, executives, friends, social media people, okay? We distributed last month $1,235,000 some odd dollars, okay? That's not exact. I don't know the exact number, but I'm gonna round this off. Know that I'm rounding off. I'm telling you up front, I'm rounding off, okay? How do you figure what that return is? Investors that did not buy the deal, didn't fund the deal, didn't find the deal, didn't finance the deal, or not on the debt for the deal. I'm on the debt for the deal. This bought, by the way, $540 million worth of assets. Okay, there's an important point. So when you're calling up and you're saying, Melissa, what is my return last month? And they tell you the return, you can just do the math here. 1,235,000 times 12. That's 1 month. That happens every month. Equals 14,820,000. Okay, this show is, by the way, is for our investors as much as it is for new people that are considering coming into CardoneCapital.com. If you do the math on that, what were your total distributions last month? If I take that number, total distributions were 1.2, and I take the total number, annualize it, and say, okay, based on what they did last month, this year I'm going to distribute $14 million to our investors. I'm one of those investors. Divided by $180 million. This is how you do it. And you will see that I am on schedule to do 8.23% return. Okay? Now, if you're on the investors relations team and you're like, we didn't pay 8.2% to Ryan. What's Ryan's number? Ryan's number was what?
4.8.
4.8%. So Ryan calls up and says, hey, wait a minute, dude. Why did I get 4.8%, dude? And you did on your show, dude. On your show, dude, you said 8.2. My sister will be making this phone call. Where's my goddamn 8.2?
Yeah.
My sister will be the first one to call. Okay? Dude, if you were in every fund that I've done, this would be your blended return over the complete fund. Okay? But you'd have to be in every fund. The one that Ryan is in, that paid him 4.8, the deal's 2 months old. So as deals mature, kind of like you have, as you mature in life, until some point you're too old, as you mature, when you find the sweet spot is where you get paid the top money, okay? So you got to mature, so the property has to mature. We're looking at a deal right now. Let me just show you this deal. Can you buzz in on this deal? This thing is stupid, okay? I walked it this weekend, second time I've been to the property, okay? 501 units. $140 million. Okay, across from the BBT here in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. You got callers? You got them loaded up? Okay. All right, look at this property. I would live here. 2 swimming pools, 1,000 square foot units, most everything, it's secure gating, very, very, $1,700 a month rents. Rents are not unaffordable, okay? Palm trees all over the place. Damn, that was looking kind of big. When we buy that deal, it's going to be like a 4.5% return. It's going to be 4.5%. I'm going to get it to 6%. And at some point, it will be 8.3. But it takes time, all right? You guys, what will you do with passive income? If I paid you $1,000 a month, how do you do the math, by the way? Okay, if I want to pay you $1,000 a month, this is how you do the math. This is how I started the show. You want to earn $1,000 a month? $1,000 a month is $12,000 a year. $5,000 a month is $60,000 a year. You take that number and you divide it by the return. All right, so how do I do it? I want to earn $60,000 a year without busting my ass. 60 grand a year, divide by the return, the expected return, 0.06, you would need to give me $1 million. $1 million, and I'm gonna pay you 60 grand. Guy came in last week, he says, hey, Grant, I got $5 million to invest. What am I gonna earn a month? In one second, I told him in 1 second what the earnings would be. Don't tell anybody. What would he earn based on what I just said in this show? As soon as I told him what he would earn a month, he's like, who do I give the money to? He was here a total of, what, 1 hour? 45 minutes, us shooting the shit. He's like, where do I get the money? $25,000 a month. That's what he's going to earn. He's going to earn $25,000 a month, 300 grand a year without doing any work. He's already done his work, folks. This is what rich people do. They do their work to earn the money, and then they take the money and say, go to work, bitch. Work, work, and work, euros, work pounds. We take money from all over the world. Rands, run from Africa to America and work. Go to work, man, lift. Okay, let's talk.
And Grant, just really quick though, that fund, that example.
I said go to work.
No, but that example you gave just for the viewers.
Yeah.
You're running that off of Fund 4, which is the accredited fund. So the target on the
What about it?
So the target for both funds is 4 to 6%, but on Fund 4 there's a preferred return. So that investor came in he was an accredited investor. So you were given the example of 6%.
Yeah. So what he's going to do. It's what the deal is going to do that at some point. We're buying deals scheduled to make 6%. So look, the reality is this guy. This is what's going to happen with this guy. Okay. This guy, it doesn't matter whether they're accredited, not accredited. You guys can come in any way you want. I created that non-accredited fund at my expense so you guys could come in. You're going to get treated just like everybody else in the fund. At the end of the day, you are going to make 6% on your money. Okay, assuming I bought the property right, assuming it cash flows, assuming the world doesn't go to hell, you will earn 6% of your money. And then when I'm done paying you 6, I'm going to pay you another 9 on top of that. Because that's what a good uncle does. You're going to walk away with a 15% annualized return. If I'm in that deal for 10 years, you're going to earn 150% on your money. You can tell the SEC that's what I said it would be. They call me Uncle G, and some people call me Nostradamus. Because I'm predicting the future, dude. This is what's going to happen. That guy that's going to give me $5 million, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give this dude 300 grand a year for the next 10 years. I will have paid him back $3 million on his money out of distributions alone before we sell this property. I'm going to then sell the property. I'm probably going to get this to be more than 300 grand a year because everything over 6%, guess what? Grant gets a little piece. Okay? Every time I get 2% over the 6, guess what I get paid? 0.35% times 0.02. I get 0.007, one of my favorite numbers. Because when I was a kid, I wanted to beat 007. Mm-hmm. Okay, now watch. Check it out. This is how you get rich. Okay, 0.007 times $5 million. It's $35,000 a year. I earned $35,000 to pay him back the 6 plus 1.093, whatever the number is.
Right. And this is for Fund 4.
It's Fund 4.
Right.
Okay. Hey, if you guys know a better way to do this, you need to go do this yourself. Okay. Most of you will buy a duplex. You got $5 grand. You guys that are non-accredited, I am doing you the favor of the universe. Okay. You got $5 grand. What can you buy with $5 grand? Nothing. Can't even buy a car with $5 grand. What's your Porsche want for a down payment? Big hot shot Porsche with your tail showing off. Ooh, look at my little tail here.
He hates the tail. He hates the tail.
What's the down payment on a Porsche?
He said he wouldn't go to the site.
What's the down payment on a Porsche?
I don't know, 20 grand.
Yeah, exactly. So what can you buy with $5,000? Okay, you guys that are going to put $5,000 down, you know what you're going to earn? $300 a year. Okay, that's $50 a month. $300 a year. Oops.
Right a little bit lower.
What we need to do is throw this thing away.
Kinda.
300. Okay, what is that? $50 a month. Okay, now I know some people that don't respect $50 a month. You cannot do anything in real estate with $5,000, folks. It's just not possible. You can buy a house, but a house won't pay you $50 a month. What would you do with $50 a month? You put $50 on this table right here, right now. Okay, there'll be two guys in here are going to be at this $50 faster than any other two guys in the room. And Ryan won't be one of them. Ryan's too busy on the internet. You put $60 on that table, me and Johnny would be on that money so fast. What you going to do with an extra $50 a month, man? Save it for your kids, folks. Okay, let's talk to our callers.
We got Cody in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Cody, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah, man, how you doing? Sorry I had you on hold so long.
Oh, doing fine. Just waiting my turn, you know.
Yeah, it's your turn, dog. Let's talk. You got a deal or you got a question?
I deal, man. This is cousin Cody, Uncle G to the C. I didn't realize that was you, my dog.
Yeah, it's me, my dog.
Yeah, so I've got an 84 unit in Little Rock, Arkansas, the Midwest,
Okay.
where houses are cheap here.
Yeah. Okay.
84 units. The NO and the I is 425 gross.
Okay.
Or no, that's the gross. The NO and the I is 142.
142 NOI.
Yes, and I'm having trouble with my expenses. They're operating at 65%.
Yeah, because they're probably. What is this?
These are all 1-1.
Yeah. Well, what's happening is the guy that owns this deal is hammering it with the expenses, so he doesn't pay income. Because there's no way the expenses that high. Don't worry about what they're showing. By the way, these people are very honest. They're showing you what they're reporting to the IRS, rather than inflating the numbers. This could be to your advantage,
Right.
okay? But they're hammering the deal so they don't pay the IRS income.
Right.
Okay, so if your NOI is 142, what are you willing to pay for this thing?
Well, I don't want to pay more than $3 million.
Yeah.
At 32 a door, that comes up to 2.7.
Okay, how many units is it? How many units is it?
84.
84 units. Okay, good. So 84 units.
I don't see these.
What's the rent?
550.
550.
And that's
550.
probably only go up to
I got me a 550. Okay, so I got income at 498. What do you have total income at?
Total income was 425 gross.
See, I had it at 498. I just did the math on what you told me, right? Okay, so their vacancy is a little higher than it should be. Okay, I'm going to take
Right,
this.
yep.
I'm going to take this dude at I'm going to take this at 250. This thing should be doing $248,000 a year in income, in NOI. Okay, now the fact that they're not,
What occupancy are you using for that?
90%.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna have 8 units. You want to beat it down? You want to beat it down from there? I think my number. I'll use your 425 number, because if you're going to go in and buy the deal, you got to improve the deal. I mean, you got to make the deal better. So this expense should be 212. I know I can operate that deal for 50% or less. So I'm gonna make 212. NOI is 212. 212 divided by, what kind of return do you want on the deal?
At least a 7 cap, because my debt service is 6.5.
Yeah. Now, see, this is very interesting what he's saying. His interest payments are going to be higher than our expected return, our cap rate. Okay? His interest rate, because he's going to get bad debt. It's not terrible debt. But what do you want to pay for it?
No more than 3.
Yeah, I think you're at 2.6, dude. 2.6 gets you $2.6 million. 2.625 gets you an 8 cap.
Right. My only problem is 2.6 puts it at around 30 a door, maybe a little bit less than 30 a door, and I don't see him going for that low.
You don't need to worry about what he'll do. Dude, he might have paid $3,000 a door there. Don't worry about that. Just make him an offer. How much cash do you have? How much cash are you sitting around with?
I don't have any cash. I raise funds, and that's another question, is it's harder to get these people involved in these smaller deals. The people with the network that I've had so far, they just don't want to play this small.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, just find what I can. This is,
Yeah,
what I've
yeah.
come up with.
Look, all you need on this deal, you need financing on the deal, right? You do need a down payment on this deal. You guys want to make money in the multifamily deal? You're like, man, I can earn 8% on this. Yeah, but you got to find the deal, buy the deal, fund the deal, and manage the deal. But I'm going to tell you something. You can make a bunch of money on this deal, get in and get out of it. You just got to figure out how to raise the money. Let's talk to our next caller. You need 800 grand. He needs 800 grand to buy that deal, by the way. That's what it's going to take to buy that deal. His big issue is not getting the guy to sell for 2.6. The guy will sell for 2.6. The big issue there is he's got to get a bank to give him a loan, and he's got to find $800,000 to buy that deal.
Jason Smith in Houston.
Jason, what's up? And if you have the time and the energy and the Glock to go do this deal and the funding and the financing and you can raise the 800, you guys should be doing these deals. I'm telling you, you're going to make a shitload of money doing these deals and take care of your family. You'll give your kids, bet more than purses and shoes. You'll give them LLCs and deeds and titles. You know, look at my Gucci. Look at my Gucci. Okay, look at my watch. I buy fancy watches. It ain't me buying it. Trust me. You guys see me picking up Philip? Okay, the real estate pays for Philip.
Jason Smith.
Man, you paid too much for that paddock. I didn't pay anything for the paddock. Jason, what's up?
Jason, Uncle G, what's going on?
Yo, man, I might put a Richard on my card.
Jason, hey, Uncle G, man, I got a deal for you.
Good, give it to me, man.
Okay, man, I just ended up selling a trucking company down here in Houston, Texas. We got a little extra cash, and got 298 units.
Okay.
The NO and the I is going to be 2.2 million.
2.250?
2.2.
Okay, 2 point the N, the O, and the I that we report to the I, the R, and the S. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
We got about average rents about 1,600 right now.
How much is
In
it?
the heart of the
How
Galleria.
much is it?
1,600.
Oh, dude, where is this?
This is in the heart of the Galleria area.
Woo! You got my intriguer up. My intriguer
So, dude,
is stimulated. I got an erector
Yeah.
on my intriguer.
So, man, we like I said, I made some money from my trucking company, and I got some friends of mine that kind of partner up with me.
Yeah,
So, man,
yeah.
we're looking to park some capital and just let's see how things go.
Yeah. You got an address on this property?
Yes. 5250 Brown Way.
5250. You got the other callers. Hang on here, guy. I'm about to make me a deal. 5250 what, man?
Brown Way.
Brown Way.
Is the property called M5250?
Is it called? Oh no, that's not. That can't be it. I know the M250. Dude, this isn't the M5250, is it?
Yes, sir.
My jigga, what you doing, man? You can't buy this, man.
We can, but.
No,
so
you
we
can't
got
buy
it.
this deal. I've been on
We
this
got
deal
that
already, okay? This deal is a crazy deal. Now, dude, I'm going to tell you the number that I said that this deal needs to be bought at. Ryan, if I remember right, this deal, hey,
got a number written down, too.
don't say it. Don't say anything. I know what they want for that deal because I've been on this deal. I've been in this deal. I've been on the property 3 times. We've been in the units. I've been out on the damn poaches. Okay, divided by 0.0. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to sell it at this number. Didn't they pay 82? What did they pay for this deal?
$82 million divided by
It's some stupid number they
298.
paid.
They paid $315 a door.
Uh-huh.
They were talking about the $275
Yeah,
a
they
door.
wanted 80
and
something
then
million.
you
I'm
were
like,
saying
this thing's worth
two-
48 million bucks, bro.
which is $235.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah. We were I think we were at 215 or something a door.
Yeah.
So okay, so we got issues, right? You like that deal, huh, dude?
I mean, I love it. You said go big or go home. That looks like something's going to be around for the next 30 years.
Yeah, it's going to be hard though. It's going to be a hard deal. It's going to be a hard deal. The whole time it's going to be a hard deal too. Location's great up to a point. If something happens to the Galleria, you're in trouble. It's literally across the street from the Galleria. It's got that little auto supply house or whatever that little Jiffy Lube is right across the street. That's terrible. Okay, they loaded it up with a bunch of drug addicts when they first rented the place. Drug dealers and drug addicts, and and hoes and pimps, right? Didn't they? It's a high rise. I mean, it's unbelievable. You could never build it again, but you need to steal that deal to buy that deal.
So you think it's a seller on this deal, huh?
I think that deal is, how are you going to get all the money to buy this deal, man?
Man, we got $9 million.
You got what?
We figure we'll need about 14 to get 30% down to get to 45 million.
I'm a
If we
40,
were to sell it.
that's my number. $45 million is what I'd pay for that deal. How much is that a door, Ryan?
$45 million divided by
It's 100,
298.
that's a $151,000 door. I'll buy it right now. If you can get the deal, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put the $15 million down. I'll get the financing on the deal, and I will give you 1% ownership in the property.
That sounds good.
Hey guys, you got a question or you got a deal? This is the place to call. You want to invest with me? You want to be a partner with me? You want to buy your own deals? It doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna go do my deal anyway. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build a $10 billion real estate portfolio. I'm just gonna lay the whole thing out for you. $10 billion. I'm gonna raise $3 billion to do that. Okay? We're gonna pay out $180 million a year in distributions. This is my new goal. I'm going to send investors, Johnny, Sheila, Melissa, Bob, Hammer, GC, blah, blah, Ryan. I'm going to distribute I'm going to distribute 6% of the $3 billion raised. I'm going to keep this portfolio until we sell this portfolio for $13 billion. We're going to make $3 billion, and we're going to distribute that. Guess what? I'm going to get 35% of that, and that's going to make me $1 billion. See the math? Okay, I'm going to buy $10 billion worth of real estate. I'm going to raise $3 billion to do it. $3 billion. I'm going to go get the loan for the other $7 billion. I'm going to distribute $180 million a year while I do this. Is that right? What's 6% of times times $3 billion? The numbers get so big, it's like I got to do the math more than once. Yeah, it's $180 million. Yeah, okay. I'm going to distribute $180 million a year. How much is that a month? Y'all never help me, man. $15 million a month. I'm going to send out $15 million a month. You know what I'm sending out right now? 1.2 million. So I'm going to 10x that. I'm going to deliver $15 million a month to the people that give me $3 billion. I know I'm going to raise the $3 billion, not even a question. Okay, I'm going to raise $10 billion. I know I can get the loans for it. I know I can find the deals. The guy calling me in about M5250, I've already been in the deal, right? So I have the energy to do this. I know how to do it. I got a good name. I can get the debt. Now, I'm going to take the $10 billion worth of real estate. I'm going to distribute this every month for the next 10 years. I will distribute $1.8 billion in cash to people that gave me $3 billion. 60% of their investment has been returned.
14 million.
Huh?
14 million.
Okay, 180 million a year. Okay, now watch this. Times 10 years is 1.8 billion. Of the 3 billion, 60% of their money has been returned. You with me? Everybody tracking me? Y'all tracking me right here?
Yes, sir.
I don't think everybody is. I'm then going to sell the property, not for 20 billion. I'm going to sell it for 13 billion. That will be a 100% gain on the properties. I paid 10, I put down 3, I sell it for 13. That is a 100% gain plus the 60% I paid back the investors. A 160% gain, okay? So watch what happens here. I have $1 billion now to distribute to my investors. This is how the game works. 65% gets paid out to the investors, $650 million. $350 million, $350 million of every $1 billion gets distributed to Grantee, because Grantee did a good jobby. But we're not talking about $1 billion. We're talking about $3 billion, which makes me a Billy Killer.
Billy, Billy, Billy.
Okay? And it's going to make a whole bunch of other people a bunch of money is what it's going to do. While you're working your job, you're being an accountant, a waitress, okay, or you're attending a bar, or you're a car salesman, or you're a car dealer. I know car dealer buddies. I got a buddy of mine running 14 car dealerships. He's like, I'd love to do this. I don't have time, man. I got 14 car dealerships. I'm about to go crazy right now. Okay, CardoneCapital.com, 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 CardoneCapital.com. Available for non-accredited and accredited investors, okay, for cash, equity in your homes, REITs, 401ks, not REITs, 401ks and IRAs, self-directed. You can invest with us. Next caller. No more callers. No more callers. What?
A winner.
Winner. We got winners all over the place. Just people listening to the show are winners. Do me a favor. What would you do with $1,000 a month? What would you do with $1,000 a month? Tanisha went from $12,000 a month to $30,000 a month in 30 days after the 10X Growth Conference. By the way, if you want to grab a seat to the 10X Growth Conference, Tanisha, I will contribute $100, Tanisha, because you commented on my YouTube channel. Okay, you guys want to get rich? You got to change your mind. You got to start taking actions, and you got to find the right vehicle. Listen to me. You have to find the right vehicle. Hard work will not get you rich. What you invest your money in. The only thing that ever gets anybody rich is what they invest their money in. Mark Zuckerberg did not get rich because he invented Facebook. He got rich because he stayed in Facebook. Right? Warren Buffett did not get rich because he's an investor. Warren Buffett got rich because he made a massive investment in a company called Coca-Cola, in the company that produces cash flow because it sells Coca-Cola over long periods of time. Okay? All right. Please do me a favor. Man, just like the goddamn channel. In the meantime, by the way, even if you don't like the channel, put down there, I don't like it. I don't like you. Comment. Comment. I need some hate comments. I want some negative comments. I want to see how good your negative got. Okay? I want to see some creative negative going down in the comments, hating on you, damn unk. Dude, at least you got an uncle. At least you got an uncle, okay? I need to see your comments be negative. I mean, fucking negative. I want to see you go negative on me, okay? You go negative on me, I still send you a check every month when you invest at Cardone Capital. I don't give a shit how you like me or not. All I do is I want to pay you, man. Check it out, man. My goals are big. Okay, check this out. My goals are big, man. $10 billion. I'm going to build a $10 billion company, and you guys are going to help me. Guess what? I'm going to pay you a shitload of money to buy assets that you can't buy yourself. Everybody wins in this deal. You don't need to like me. You just need to believe in me, okay? I'm going to sell this portfolio for $13 billion. We're going to everybody's going to make a bunch of money. You're going to get distributed to every month. I get none of this. If I'm paying 6% that I promise you, I get none of that. I only get something above that. Okay? If I can do what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to send you guys back $2 billion, and I'm going to keep one for myself. Let's get rich. Yeah. And until we get rich, man, what would you do with $1,000 a month? That's what I want to know. What would you do? Post below. What would you do with $1,000 a month? Would you send it to your mama? Would you send it to a college? Would you pay your car down? Would you pay for a car? Would you go buy some Bitcoin? What would you do? I want to know from you. Post below.